Alright, so I've had my RSNav installed for a few months now. Everything's been working great, but the only thing that I got lazy on when I was installing it was the backup camera. I have a manual transmission, so that has to be wired separately. On the automatics, the backup camera gets triggered through the CAN bus. On the manuals, you have to wire it straight into a backup light. So I'm gonna do a detailed video on how to do that, since I've seen a lot of people confused. So we're gonna start right here. I've got my this wire right here is for wired into the RSNav. I already ran it through the car, so I ran it through the center, in front of the back seat, on the side, and up the back here and into the trunk. So this is wired into the 360 detection wire in the RSNav. So this is a 2013 S5, and to get started we have to remove this carpeting on the right side. To remove this, you start here. You've got these. You have to remove the screws in here for the holders. There's another one right here. Same thing. Those are, I think, like T27 or something like that screws. So those have to come out, and then these will just lift up. You have a clip right up here. This just pulls out, so you have to take that out. And then you have the seat release handle right here. Same thing, that goes into the carpet. So you have to take this out. There's a screw right here, also a Torx screw. You take out the screw, and then the handle will slide out. And then finally, you have to remove the seal that's around here. That's kind of holding the carpeting in place. And then once you do that, there are clips on the side here that I'll show once I remove it. Okay, so I've got the carpeting removed. So the clips that I was talking about are right here. Here's one and two, and actually there's a third one up here that I broke off a long time ago. So this is actually supposed to be attached to here, but I broke it off a long time ago. So there's a total of three, and these are pretty hard to take out. I use a tool like this to go in between the carpeting and the car, and I pry on the clips. So that's how I got them out. And then obviously this one I broke, so have fun with that. So what I actually forgot to mention was that before you take out the carpeting, you have to take out this plastic piece that's actually holding it right here on that side. This actually slides into this hole right here, so you have to take off the plastic. You start by removing the seal, and then this you just grab it on the bottom and just pull up. It's got clips all around, so clip, another one that broke off. So that's all you have to do. It's just unclip, so you pull up and it'll come out. Okay, so I have my relay wired and ready to go. I always like to make sure that all of my wires are that I'm not cutting or splicing into any wires, so I try to make this as clean as possible. I found all the components that I need to make this pretty much plug and play without having to cut or splice into any wires. So I've already got it wired up. So I have a relay right here with a socket. So I have an extra one right here to show what that looks like. It's just a relay, plugs into this, and comes with the socket. The socket has wires on it so that you can, it's pretty much ready to go. So you can connect to it. And then if you look on the back of the relay, every relay, automotive relay at least, will have these numbers on the back. You've got 87 on top, 87A in the middle, 85 on the right, 30 on the bottom, and 86 on the left. All of these will connect to something except for the middle one, the 87A. If you flip it over, they've got a little diagram showing the coil and the switch side and where each of these numbers goes to. So I'm going to show you where all of these wires are supposed to be connected. So first of all, I've got this orange wire right here. This one runs to the RSNav unit. So this is the one that's connected to the 360 detection wire. So that's this one right here. And this one goes into, it's connected to 87, which is right on top. So the 360 detection wire is connected to 87. Then next I have, let's see, this one right here, this wire. So this is the ground. So that one is connected to, that one connects to 85, which is on the right. So the ground should connect to 85 on the relay. So I have this nicely crimped into an eyelid, and I used this tool. So here's the name and the part number if anybody's interested. But using this is what you can use this to crimp any contacts onto a wire. So when you get a contact, it typically looks something like this. So you put the wire in here, and then you squeeze these tabs with this tool. So that allows me to make a nice clean connection with the wire without cutting or splicing or using one of these. These suck really bad and I hate them, so I never use them. Using crimp pretty much makes it a really good connection, and that wire will never slip out. But anyway, so this is your ground, and that ground will go right here. So this is a nut, and that nut, once it comes off, you're gonna put that eyelid in there, and then this nut goes back in there, and then you tighten it nice and tight. So that's the ground. Then the next wire you've got is this one right here. So this one has a special contact on it. Here's the part number. And that contact is for the power. So that's the 12, that one goes into the 12 volt bus. And this connects to the 12 volt goes into number 30, so the bottom pin. So this special contact goes into 30 on the relay, and this will plug in on the right side here. So I have this taken out right now, but usually it goes in from underneath. If you want to take it out, there's a tab right here. You press on this and it will go down and you take it out. Once you take it out, there's a little cover underneath, and then that will expose all the wires. You have to pull this purple little tab out just a little bit. It goes out maybe 1/8 of an inch. That holds all of these connectors in, or all of these contacts inside of there. It's just an extra safety, but you have to pull it out just a tad bit, like this. Usually it'll be like that. So this will go inside one of the spare slots. So you have all of these fuses in here, and you can put it into any slot that's empty. It's kind of difficult to see right now, but if you look inside of there, you can see that there's a metal tab on one side, but it's empty on the other side. So the one that has a metal tab already has 12 volts in it. The other side is what you're going to connect. You're going to plug in this, and this has these little tabs on the side to keep it in from coming out. So you'll take this, and this, you'll pick a slot, any one you want, and this just goes in there, plugs in, and it'll click in and it will stay. And then once you're done, you just put a fuse in there. You can put anything. I'm probably gonna do maybe like 1/2 amp, maybe 1 amp at the most. This doesn't need much power. Okay, and then finally, what I have is this wire right here. This is the wire that goes into the reverse lights. And again, I made it super clean so that I don't have to cut into the wire. So here's what I did. I have the wire coming out of here from the relay, so that connects to pin number 86, which is on the left. So the reverse lights go into 86. And then it goes into this, and I have it crimped into a pin that looks like this. And here's the part number. And then that goes into this pin right here, which is what I found this part number to be. So what I'm doing here with this is I'm trying to avoid cutting wires. So if you look in the trunk on the right side, this right here is the central convenience control module. And this plug right on top here, this plug goes into here. It's kind of dark to see for some reason. But that's the right side, 1, 2, 3, third plug from the bottom. This is where I found my reverse lights to be connected right here, this wire. So this is for the right side lights. Your left side lights, rear lights, are right here. So left rear, right rear, right here. And so what I'm trying to do is this black wire with a green stripe on it, which is plugged in right at the top. This goes top right corner right here. It goes in here. And so this is the reverse lights. I found out this is the reverse light, so I removed it. And so what I'm gonna do instead is I'm now gonna take this side with the pin and plug it into this, and that should go in there like that. Anyways, that's kind of hard to see what's going on there. So I'm glad go in there. And then now this side, that side. So the other side, I'm gonna plug into here. Okay. So it's gonna look something like this. And again, this prevents me from cutting or splicing into any of the wires. I want it to be as clean as possible. This side right here, this I'm probably gonna just tape it up to prevent it from coming out. I tried to look for a plug that was compatible with this, but I couldn't find one. So I'm just gonna tape it up, and that should do the trick. So that's where I have it right there. And on this plug, it's the same thing. It's got this purple locking tab that you have to pull up on, so you can actually take out these contacts. So that's pretty much it. So I'm just gonna clean this up, and then I'm probably just gonna stuff the relay somewhere in here. Or actually, I was thinking maybe right here there's a hole for, looks like for a relay, so I might put it in there and just clean it up, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so as it turns out, it's actually not this black with green wire. It's the white right underneath here. It's the white with black stripe, and the green with black was on top. The white with black is on the bottom corner, and that's the, I made a mistake right there. So it's the white with black that needs to be connected to this.